Right, we have continued on with our partitioning unit and essentially finding area and identifying rows and columns, things like that. I wanted to work some examples of what we did in class for you. So these were some that the kids actually did on their own, and when I modeled problems like this in class before they did it, there were some things I told them to do before they even started answering the questions. So when they first look at this, I told them to first go through and number your rows. So I have numbered my rows, and then go through and number your columns. So I've numbered my rows and my columns. And then count how many rectangles you have in that big rectangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I told them to write the last number, 9. And then, before you do anything else, go through and find the word rows and draw a picture of side to side. Some of them have struggled with remember which way rows and columns go, and I reminded them of the song Row, Row, Row Your Boat. When you do some motions for Row, Row Your Boat, and you're pretending to paddle on either side, you go from side to side as you row your boat. The same way, my rows are going to go from side to side. And then my columns, like the columns on a house, are going to go up and down. So I asked them to draw some pictures of what rows and columns were so that when they got to those questions, they could remember. So then going back to my questions or my information that I needed to fill in, so the number of rectangles, well, I've already counted that to be 9. My number of rows, and that's going side to side, so I have 1, 2, 3, just as I had counted. My number of columns, which is up and down, 1, 2, 3, just like I counted. So then they have to write a repeated addition problem. This is where they are going to write either 3 3s, or this one's the same, so it'd be 3 3s, and it should equal 9. So I told them to set up their repeated addition. You can use the rows, so I'm going to have 3 add-ins, and my add-in is going to be 3. So 1, 2, 3, and that's going to equal 9. And I even showed them, I didn't have them do this on their paper, but to show them how their numbers connected, I showed them, so I have 3 add-ins. 1, 2, 3 add-ins. And my add-ins are going to be 3. 3, 3, 3. And then my answer is going to be 9. And there it is. This one wouldn't change because the rows and columns are the same. But let's look at this one. So again, when I'm first looking at a problem, I am going to number my rows and then number my columns. And then I'm going to count my boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm going to write the last number, 18. I'm going to find the word rows and draw my picture of side to side to remind me, and my word columns to draw up and down to remind me of that. So now I can answer my questions. So the number of rectangles, I counted to find 18. Oops. My rows, which go side to side, I counted to find 3. And my columns that go up and down, I counted to have 6. Now I need to write a repeated addition problem. So with this, I either need 3 6s or 6 3s. So 3 6s would be easier, so I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, and it should equal my 18. So again, showing you how this would relate to these numbers, because I told them these are the numbers that are helping you to figure out that problem. So I have 3 add-ins, 1, 2, 3. 6 is going to be my add-in. 6, 6, 6. And 18 is my answer. So that's kind of how those numbers play in. And I even told them, so if I back up some, I even told them that they can help use this sum to help set up the problem if they're confused. So let's do it the other way. So let's say I needed 6 add-ins. So I can draw 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know I'm adding these numbers. So I have 6 add-ins. Check. My add-ins need to be 3. So in my boxes, I'm just going to go back and put 3. So I've used that number. And then my answer to this is going to be 18. I hope that this helps. This will all help to firm up some addition fluency skills as we work on adding and skip counting. This will help to build a foundation for us as we move towards arrays at the end of the year, and as we build some foundation for them to work on multiplication with repeated addition. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.